to help every young person identify and develop their unique talents and dedicate them to the Lord's service. We envision a world where never again must a young person live an aimless life.
Let's do it.
We see a time when all young people know their true purpose and meaning, lead meaningful lives in the Lord's service.
And I'll do values.
Amen. Thank you, Deborah.
Sacrifice.
Thank you, Kathy.
Take up our cross and step out of our comfort zone for Christ. And we're faithful. We are faithful in that which is least so that we can be faithful also in much. Amen. Intentional. We lead purposeful and intentional lives by having a definite aim. Amen. Improvement. Something better is our watchword. Leadership development. We give others the opportunities we wish we had when we were in their situations. Thank God. Thank God we could do that. Finish the work we start. We develop leaders who can take up the work of spreading the gospel wherever they are. In Bias for Action, we are geared to set and take actionable steps toward our goals. And communication is key and a vital part of our ministry.
What is it with you?
No, it's with you.
Mission. Our mission is to inspire and rightly train an army of youth who dedicate their lives to Christ's service and engage in the finishing work of the redemption before the soon coming of Jesus. We're going to go ahead and go to step 2, reconfirm annual OKRs and confidence in achieving them. Adjust if, okay, yeah, that's, let me write that part. Okay, who would like to do our OKRs there?
Do we have the quarterly ones on there? From last quarter?
Probably not, because I was trying to reach out and my machine wasn't working. I was trying to get a hold of Tina to see if she had updated that or
that
not.
as part of this template?
I don't know, but I have it pulled up anyway, so I can pull it up. It's right here, quarterly. OKRs. Enoch's to complete the Direction from God value letter by the end of 2020. The drip system free content, Direction from God book, Direction from God course, Direction from God program, Direction from God event. And then Kim leaves at the bottom. We want to sow 100 pieces of free content a day by the end of 2020. Comron Systemology course, fully systemizing the essential contact roadmap, which identifies the 20% of the systems that will bring 80% of the results of the Army of Youth Direction from God program, starting with the subscriptions. We're going to move to step 3, prior quarter in review. I'm going to pop over there real quick. Let's see, we can do what worked well this past quarter.
Where are you at?
Step 3.
What's the title of the page?
How about the 2B? Did you?
I've been through all of it. We've been through all that. Where have you guys been? There's no 2B on mine.
What's the title of the page you're on?
The title of the page I'm on is, oh, I'm sorry, that's our quarter meeting. Sorry, guys. No, I'll just bounce over here. Maybe I just pulled that up. Okay, sorry. I'm on my September one. Sorry. I had that one pulled up so we could go
Great
through it.
question,
Okay. Thank you. 2B. Thank you, Tina. Reconfirm confidence in achieving quarterly objectives for October, November, December. And then let's go ahead and go through it. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's go from 1 to 10. How confident are we that we will complete our monthly actions? Diana will have a successful Direction from God event by having...
Wait a second.
Why
would it say monthly?
I'm on the wrong start.
Are you on 2B?
I don't know. Let me look and see. I'm on September monthly meeting 9/30/20.
Are you on 2B?
Wait a second. Shouldn't this say quarterly quarterly project?
I was on 2B.
Mine says quarterly projects.
It says monthly actions on the bullet point.
Oh, on the bullet point. Okay, I see. Thank you. Yeah. So that's the type of thing. So let's make a note to change that.
What are we changing?
Checklist. Oh, just the bullet point there on the template.
Okay. Should we start with 1? On 2B, confirm confidence in achieving quarterly projects for October, November, December.
Yes, that's the right place.
Okay, so Diana will have a successful Direction from God event by having, I don't think we've actually decided exactly, we're working on that right now, so I don't know what we could put on there right now. Let's say a 5. I think we're, progress. We're going to try it. We're working towards it. We had one good meeting. It was a good start.
Yeah. That's right. Okay.
I'm not seeing anything changing on my screen in front of me. I don't know.
It's changed on mine. It says 5.
Okay, mine's not. Okay. And then Deborah will market the Direction from God value ladder by September 23rd as measured by selling 60 courses.
I don't think it should say September 23rd.
Okay. We
December?
should probably take that out of there then, because that's what mine.
It's sometime in December because
So we should update. We should put a checkbox to update the second quarterly projects.
Oh,
All of them actually.
no, this is right. We didn't type it right on the quarterly meeting.
yeah.
It says September 23rd there.
So we should update the template.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have the template open, so I just need to know exactly when.
Know exactly when what.
So do I?
What to put in.
Oh.
So do I need to reload?
No. What's the end of the quarter? Or when is our next quarterly meeting?
December.
I don't know.
The last
Kathy,
Tuesday of
do you
the
know?
month?
I'm going there.
Wednesday.
It would be, the
No, the last Tuesday.
quarterly meeting would be December 23rd.
Why would it be 23rd? We don't have quarterly meetings on Wednesday. We have them on Tuesday. And we have monthly meetings on Wednesday.
You're switching things, but that's fine.
No, that's how we had it at the beginning of the first half of the year, and somehow you got them switched from last time.
What?
Okay, so the 22nd then.
Why would it be the 22nd and not the
22nd's
29th?
on Tuesday, yeah, the 29th's the last one.
You want it on the last, is the monthly, that's when
Yeah.
the monthly meeting. But we can switch it.
Oh yeah, you're right. So the monthly meeting's on the 30th?
Yeah,
Okay, if we were going to GYC, that would be the week and time that we would be moving, or probably in transit. Maybe we can cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah, I think so.
So the monthly is on 30, and the quarterly is on the 22nd. And when is the yearly?
the annual, I have it for the 13th. Sunday the 13th. Do you want to change that too?
Wow, that is deep. That's cool.
Is that in January or December?
That's December.
December 13th is the annual meeting down
Oh,
at 10 a.m.
Well, how can you have the annual meeting, the yearly meeting before the last quarterly meeting? How does that work?
The reason why is because the annual is reviewing the year behind,
Oh, whoa, that's my birthday.
and oh really?
Yeah,
The
December
20th.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday! Well, I got the perfect gift for you, brother.
What
Let's
is it?
have a.
Let's have a meeting!
Wow.
Yeah! Okay, anyways, the annual is reviewing the past and it's projecting for the next 12 months. The quarterly is going to be deciding what are we going to do in the next 3 months that will help to accomplish the annual for 21. So the yearly has to be before the quarterly. And the quarterly has to be before the monthly. And the monthly has to be before the weekly.
And now you want the quarterly on Tuesdays.
That's what they have been from the first half of the year. There's a miscommunication. The last time you changed. We talked about this last time, how you accidentally switched them up.
Okay.
I thought it got changed because of the meetings and stuff, because there was something going on that it had to be changed, the date. Because of something like something to do with livecast or something that threw it off or something.
That's
I don't
okay.
know. Okay, should we get back to the meeting?
Yeah.
Yeah, the reason why we were doing that is because December 22nd is the deadline for all these quarterly.
Awesome. Nice job. Okay, well, here we go. So we're going to change that September the 23rd as measured by selling 60 courses. So Deborah will market the direction from God value ladder. I don't know what I'm looking at. Mine's not getting updated or anything, so I don't know if I'm in the right spot or not.
Refresh your page. Are you on 2B?
Here we go.
It seems like you're
Yeah.
reading it.
Yeah,
Yeah, just refresh it. It may help.
that must be what's it. Okay.
In Christ alone, who took on flesh. He is my life.
Okay. That's better. I can see everybody now.
Praise
Thank
the
you.
Lord. Refreshing
There's
helps.
Tina. Okay. Awesome. I see that. I have a friend that's just getting ready to go into surgery. Can you hold on for 1 second?
Okay. Just be sure to mute yourself.
All right, everybody, are you okay? Can I call you right back? No, I'll call you right back. All right, are you getting ready to go into surgery? Okay. Okay. I gotta let you go. I'm in a meeting. Thanks. Bye. Okay. So we have that one in there, and then number 3, we'll go on to. Oh no, we don't have an answer for number 2 yet. Deborah will market the direction from God value ladder by December 22nd as measured by selling 60 courses. What do you think, Deborah? 1 to 10.
Yeah, we're gonna do it this time.
Woohoo! We'd be focusing.
Amen. All right. Woohoo! Nice job. And then number 3, Common will successfully develop a Netflix for the evangelism training as measured by 20 orders.
20 orders. Oh man. I'm feeling like a
Like you got 3 months to get that done.
I got 3 months. Oh, that doesn't sound too bad.
It's all about perspective, my brother.
Yeah. I'm gonna give that a 10 right now.
All right. Like positive
We're making progress.
attitude there.
That's right.
Nice job, comrade. And then number 4, we'll create a system for starting and leading teams as measured by forming the following 4 teams: quote
10.
card, curriculum, a funnel, and kitchen.
Oh yeah, that's a 10.
Did you say 10?
Absolutely. I'm certain it's gonna get done in 3
Woohoo!
months. Got laser focus.
And nice job. Yay. And then number 5, Enoch will grow the small group ministry as measured by having 20 small groups.
Well, in 3 months, I think we could do that. We could say 10.
Okay, so that's good. Nice. Nice. Step 3, prior month in review.
We got to remember.
Wow, what worked well this past month?
Yeah, what worked well?
We all recovered from our sickness.
Do we usually just transfer the stuff that we had on there from the previous monthly meeting?
Do we usually what?
Do we just copy and paste from last monthly meeting for what went well there, or not?
No, this isn't. Last month was talking about the month before the meeting. This is talking about the month before this meeting, so they're totally different things.
Okay.
But one thing
Okay.
that worked extremely well this past month was the Operation September Duties page. That operation page helped to gather everything together and have a dashboard of all that needs to be done, and got a lot more accomplished, helped a lot more people, was on top of things in an easy to navigate way. I really liked that page. It helped. It was one of the best things that the Lord helped. Oh, and also, wow, last month so much happened.
Can you refresh my mind?
The system for managing teams. Our greatest bottleneck was managers, but now managers are getting equipped with the tools to know how to manage their teams.
Praise God.
It's totally
That's a
different
good
now.
thing.
I remember that was my biggest stressor, was just like this bottleneck of managers. It was intense.
Well, that should change every department. When everybody's in, that should make everything flow like tremendously, especially now that the systems are set up, Most of the systems, there's still systems being made.
That's right.
And I think a lot's getting done too with Diana. She's really starting to understand her role and do it.
She's really taking ownership
Yeah.
and thriving in her role.
Yes.
And we're all benefiting by...
I'm enjoying it. Well, thank you guys for all your help. I'm slowly getting there, but thank you so much for being patient with me and answering crazy questions. I am reaching out a lot more, so that's good news.
Doing good.
Also, I think we seem to be onboarding people in a way that we can get them plugged in, which is good. I think we've got a lot of people plugged in. A few more to go.
Yeah. We've definitely improved in that area. I think
Funnels have
like 20% of the new people that like volunteered in the last month have actually got plugged in though, where we're actively involved in doing something and producing, or less.
funnels have improved, I think.
Yeah, I'm so glad the funnel team is gathering together. The workathons, we started doing that more intentionally because we did it more systematically.
And even the last few videos that you did, I think is really going to bring a lot of clarity to a lot of different.
Praise the
I
Lord.
know it did me.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're so in Discord among the brethren better this month. More
And
people are joining.
The boot camp. What is it called?
Team Leader Boot Camp.
Yeah.
It's on there. Are you reading? It's number 4.
Oh yeah.
That was really good.
Yeah.
I really like these boot camps. I mean, these workathons.
How about the live cast?
They're awesome, excellent. The bust. We need to figure out. Well, we'll say that when we get to that.
But what about the live cast worked well?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I think it's been less stressful, and we're starting to plug people into the roles that they enjoy. And the workathons are encouraging people to. I notice every time a pattern. When people work together to get something done for the workathon, they really enjoy what they do and they get further faster. But when they work by themselves trying to knock something out with the live cast, they feel bogged down and slowed, overwhelmed, and just exhausted.
So true.
Yeah, the slides, the placeholder slides was a real.
I think we did that the month before, but that's good. I'm glad you were able to practice it. So you developed your skill. So that's good. We can put that there. Another thing too is I was really heavily thinking about rhythm, having a rhythm for the ministry to be more consistent, like on a schedule type thing for the workathons, for the content, for when we're doing the live cast. So I believe that focus on rhythm helped tremendously the productivity of everyone involved. not sporadic.
That's good. Mm-hmm.
You know what else worked well?
The report form.
Oh yes, definitely.
What else?
But also working with Christina and getting the account book published.
Oh, praise the Lord! The account book is published.
Now we just need to get it, see how it looks,
Yeah.
so we can improve it if it needs to be.
I'm like anxious to see how it looks because this is the first time I've ever like really gave Kamran like trust to like and
I trust you with this, Kamran.
trust him with the order of the pages and putting them together and how we're gonna do it and then like Christina and
You haven't really done anything.
I haven't really like looked at it or seen the order and things, and so I'm just like when it comes physically it'll be the first time I'll see it, know what it looks like.
So, did you
But-
order them?
Wow.
Did you
But I
order?
trust him. I want to. It'll be a lot easier to order them when we have a sales page, a basic sales page that we can go through and get it. But I did order one black one.
Oh, there's different colors?
Yeah, there's a black, there's a light and a dark. The light one looks girly and the dark one looks neutral or whatever.
Nice.
I didn't want to say men and women's, so I said light and dark.
Girly is not woman. Okay, anyways.
It's more feminine.
I
You
understand.
know, the feminine and masculine book, it was just light and dark.
Okay, do we have anything else?
I think we have some brainstorming to do, so we still can't spend too much time on this part. This is just a quick review.
Good. Let's go ahead and go to B then. What needs improvement from this past month?
I suggest that we have our monthly Live Your Calling account book sessions the Sunday before our monthly meeting, not after. Because it'll help us to be more, that like all this like reviewing that we're doing right now, we could do it last Sunday.
Monthly, what?
Live Your
That'd be
Calling
nice.
account book just before the monthly meeting.
Review?
Yeah.
Review session.
Yeah. I think that would be more productive.
I think it would be good if we spent time with our analytics more to try to find out what's working and why it works or why it doesn't.
I would love your help to gather people who like looking at analytics to do that. Like that question, how much can you lead the people to do? Kim likes looking at analytics, you like analytics, and maybe Jason, I don't know.
Or even collecting it,
But
you
yeah,
know,
some
by
people,
questions and stuff.
I think you're absolutely right. We gotta look at analytics.
That way we can scale.
Yeah. That's right. Or
Good
tweak.
suggestion, Deborah.
What gets measured gets improved. Also, go ahead, Kamran.
So I'm looking back at what I've written down for the past few weeks in my account book
That's cool.
on what needs improvement.
Oh, that's brilliant.
And something consistent I've been noticing is prompting consistent communication, specifically with our teams, because
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean I'm figuring
I agree.
it out, and I'm like, yeah, I guess I'm figuring it out as I'm going,
Uh-huh.
but let's see, what we're learning in the Team Leader Bootcamp is helpful as far as communication goes. As far as like how to communicate, but what I'm really not sure about entirely, I mean, I'm kind of just doing it, is what to communicate.
Is what?
That's on the roadmap. It's under the 7 basic human needs. Oh, we're gonna go through it. That's what to communicate. Those 7 things. That's what you say that will help them to they'll just show up, they'll work later, they'll get up earlier, they'll push through obstacles, they'll stay committed, they'll show up to these meetings. The more that we interject these 7 basic human needs in all that we do, that's what we say.
Did you say the 7 needs are under the essential contact roadmap?
Good question. I said the 7 basic human needs is what to communicate for the team leader boot camp. That's step 7.
Right, I got that. But you said something about roadmap.
I don't think I said anything about a roadmap.
Never mind. Okay.
But if you want to know what the 7
Okay.
basic human needs, I could take a picture of the whiteboard or send you a link to a Google Doc. It's a devotional doc with Bible study stuff on the 7 human needs.
Oh, that's good stuff. Okay. That'd be good.
Can you write down for me to send
Also, Comrade, I think
her?
too,
You can send her that.
if he's when he's what you're suggesting too, it sounds to me also will be part of the rhythm. Once the rhythm's set up in different areas and watching for rhythm and setting up rhythms, I think the teams working together, actually having a rhythm of when, that will really help the teams to always schedule those time frames so it's just not hit and miss. And one day is at a certain day, everybody's on Discord at a certain time for this team and this team. So kind of like a schedule. It'll really make a difference so people know to tune in when, they can block things out of their calendar for those time frames.
Definitely.
It creates a rhythm.
I agree.
And rhythm is going to really be a big changer.
So,
System.
one thing also that I realized, and it's a very painful experience, it's a painful recognition for me, is realizing that when it comes to like the art side of what we do, I realize that we need to integrate a lot more of the marketing side. There's like the art and the marketing side of living our calling and making a difference and changing lives and things. And if we don't, we need to become 10 times better of the marketing and the business side of ministry than we are at the actual arts. And like for me, my art is teaching, my art is creative, my art is like providing frameworks and education that transforms lives and helps them like just come closer to Christ. And that's what I love. Like I love teaching, but I realize that the whole starving artist concept, the reason why a lot of artists, whether that art is like building funnels or the art is communicating or art is leading or art is whatever, like each of us have a creative genius that God has like gifted us with uniquely, this calling and gifts, and that's like our art. But a lot of like artists are starving because they don't like connect the marketing side. God has given specific principles, financial principles, as well as organization principles and marketing principles to take a message to the masses, where it kind of reminds me of Nick. Well, I mean, there's a few things involved there, but he has a message he wanted to share, but he didn't know how to gather a group of people to actually listen to what he had. It was kind of similar with like whatever our gift or talent is, like our talent can help and benefit no one unless we master the marketing of sharing and getting that art and talents to the world. So I was realizing.
And well, Enoch, what's going to have to happen is we're going to have to actually have a marketing team, because that's a full-time in a ministry. Marketing is almost a full-time job. I mean, it's like full-time. I mean, we need to have a team because there's so much to marketing, not just coming up with what we want to market, but actually just doing the work of marketing. That takes time, and we're going to have a team for that.
I completely agree.
That has 3 or 4 people on that team.
And that's what needs to be improved.
Yeah, big time. Because that's where resources come from, financial resources to get things done that need to be done.
I see a team of like 30 or 40 people doing marketing. for
Well,
For
that
the-
would be nice.
the growth and the impact that we want to have in the world and what we want to change. That's a vision. Of course, we're not going to get there by the end of this quarter, but when you look at the org chart for the Army of Youth, there is like HR is kind of like has some little like maybe 8 roles, and then it has like deliveries maybe like 4 roles, but then marketing has like 40 or 50 roles. It's like the most well developed and like that's the place where it has the most team surrounding it.
Mm-hmm.
So income producing activities, IPAs, really recognizing what are the things that we already have that are able to help produce income, and what are the future ideas that we can incorporate, and then what are some marketing ideas that we can get our services, funnels, and offers and things to the people that need them. And just like you were saying, at the end of like every monthly meeting, there's always a suggestion. We should get together and like brainstorm some marketing possibilities, but we haven't done it for like 4 months. It's been suggested every monthly meeting. We didn't do it.
Make it
A priority. I recognize that's partly my fault because I've been like avoiding the marketing and doing more of the arts because I love teaching and sharing, and that has been part of the reason why
But
we
you
haven't
like
done
marketing too.
it. Yeah, but I never saw my identity as like as a marketer, and I never really saw that as like an essential, like necessary part. Maybe in theory, but it's settling in more that this isn't just something that we do in addition to.
Mhm.
It has to be at the core of everything that we do.
Well, I know we still have some brainstorming to do, so we're going to have to jump down to see if somebody doesn't have anything else that really pops out at them, because we need to find out what monthly actions were not completed.
Okay.
Should that have already been transferred over here from the other meeting or not?
I think
See?
we could. That's one thing that I would suggest can improve. It'd be nice if Tina was able to hear, but the operation pages, I found a really nice system for keeping track of what needs to be done, including like the end of this. We're able to, it's okay, do what you got to do. What we've been finding is at the end of the weekly meetings, we're unable to. What's it called? It's been harder for us to keep track of things. Kamran looked up the weekly meetings and he saw what needs to take place. You know, the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And he's been planning in his account book in the evening, planning the day's duties tomorrow based on that. And he's been doing really good. But I think for the rest of us, we really haven't been reviewing those before. Tina puts them on our project board and we get them from our project board. And many of us are getting better and better every time, but some of us are on different levels with our project board of competency or comfort. But this operation page allows us all to individually not lose track of anything on the project board, and it's all in one place. And I say that because if we have an operation page, from there, we could just pull that up and say what didn't get accomplished from this last month.
Okay. Can we make a note out beside that, Tina, on C? Saying that we need to be able to pull up the operation page? Because we have to, some of us don't know where to find that yet, because it's new.
I
So,
like that word yet.
we need to do that. Yet. We're going to be learning it.
And you could put your name on that, Tina.
Why?
Why? Because that's the stuff that you do. We're talking about how to keep track of things. I know you're distracted and you're thinking of other stuff, but I was talking to you.
Okay. On D, measurable key results. Let's go ahead and fill these in because we have some brainstorming we really need to jump into. Subscriptions on YouTube. Number of subscriptions. Kamran, do you have those?
I'm sorry, what?
number of subscriptions.
Number of subscriptions on YouTube?
Oh, well, let's find out. Ready? we got 229.
What were the monthly actions from last month?
What were the monthly? Okay. So we got 4 of them?
Yeah, probably.
We got unequal split of small groups is measured by having 10 small groups, 20 leaders by the end of the month.
So I did not do that.
Diana will oversee, it's up there. Oversee the systems training, creation of systems for training
She's been doing really good with that.
as measured by TLB.
Yep.
Then I will develop a funnel team as measured by having a 1.0 functional ugly funnel.
Did that monthly action get done?
Not quite, no.
Okay.
And
What
then-
number do you think that is on a scale of 1 to 10 of being complete for an ugly 1.0 funnel?
By today?
No, just right now, like what number do you think that is of being complete? Like-
Okay.
From that monthly action being complete, like how far progress percentage or number scale? Basically, how close did we get?
How close do we get to having something functional that people can actually use and buy and get into? We are at like a 6.
Okay, cool.
There's a lot of back end stuff that needs to be done.
It's good to be aware of. I'm starting to realize that we are overestimating what we can accomplish in a month, and we're underestimating what we can accomplish in a year.
In a day.
We're overestimating what we can accomplish in a day, and in a
And in a
month,
month.
and
and
in
in
a
a
quarter. Yeah. So what I want to do is I want to like something we can improve in is get a better estimate of what we can accomplish in this
Yeah.
time frame.
That way
And-
we don't get too discouraged.
Yeah, well, and also recognizing what we have done is really encouraging for the encouragement part. But I really believe the key to not overestimating what we can accomplish is by keeping account. Specifically, that list of 300, that 300 list of prayers and goals of things that we want in our life, in 7 areas of life, and like making a list of 300 things and reviewing that and looking forward to it and reminding ourselves, if we can create a habit of reminding ourselves of what our big picture is and our definite aim, I believe that will help us all to better, we're daily checking in to see how far are we, like a 1 out of 10, like am I a 6, like where am I to reaching my goal, what do I need to do to make it faster, and if we have that scalability system where we're, like in our daily account books, we're looking like where are we, what do we need to procrastinate on purpose, and we're reviewing that 300 list of goals and prayers and things that we're committing to the Lord, like Mom said, dedicating to the Lord, then we're able to check in and we'll see like where are we based on the big picture. I believe that will help us to have reasonable expectations of the things that we set out to do during our monthly and our quarterly meetings.
So true, because if we are writing down our actionable steps to reach that goal,
Yeah.
and then we're viewing that on a regular basis, we're able to mark those things off as we get them accomplished, and
Yes.
then we will reach those goals very quickly, usually before you even expect to, if you do that.
Yes.
So that is the key to do that.
Exactly, because I think the thing that we're missing is we're setting monthly actions and quarterly projects, but or many of us are not writing down the actual steps or working backwards to find out what
Right.
needs to be done in order to make that a reality. And that's the goal setting.
Right. I think a paralyzed mind is why, because I think a lot of people don't know how to get there.
Yes.
It's so it's a learning curve too. On the same token, that's a learning curve. So that's the key. But our systems are helping us to learn how to navigate a little bit better.
Yes.
Because a lot of the stuff is out there for us now. Once we know where to go get them, so that's good because the systems is making it where we're able to kind of figure it out a little faster. But yeah, I think the learning curve is probably the hang up.
I completely agree with you.
Okay. And then the last monthly, what are they called, actions?
Yeah,
Yeah,
monthly
actions.
actions.
The last one is Diana will have the system for creating quote cards finished as measured by having one person responsible for each of the 7 roles.
Well, we got.
Hey, we made. Go ahead, Enoch.
I was just saying we got a team leader. That's good.
Yes, and we are working with her to develop that 7, so that's good. So we are on a mission. It is working. It's starting to get there. So now we just have to have measurable steps on how to reach that goal. So I guess one of the things you can drop down there, Tina, is Diana's going to stay in contact with Rebecca and see about how many she gets done per week. I'm going to encourage her to, Lord willing, to be able to work on that this week, and I'm going to ask her how she plans on working on it.
Well, don't
That's
ask
gonna
her
be one
how
of the
she
things
plans
I
on
do
working on it. The how is in the team leader boot
No.
camp. So just make sure, like, your emphasis when you follow up with her is, are you going through the 2.0? What lesson are you on? Are you doing the assignments? That is everything that she needs in order to make that
Okay.
happen.
Okay, so just encourage her that where she's at using the
Team leader
the
boot camp.
2.0. And
Yes.
Yes, and what she's going to be able to implement
Yes.
from it.
Yes.
Okay,
Just
cool.
asking her, like, how many lessons did you go through, and how many of those lessons did you do the assignment? Doing the assignment will accomplish this monthly action. I literally, like, took that monthly action, I worked backwards, and it gave her all the steps how to do it. It's just a matter of her going through to the source and doing the assignments, and she'll get it done. All of us will get it done for the funnel team, and just like you said, how do we turn that into reality? It's a team leader boot camp.
Praise the Lord. Thank you for that encouragement. I think we need to hear that. Thank you.
Praise the Lord.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Awesome. Okay. I'm sorry, guys, but we really we had to move a little faster because we are definitely way over time. But we're not going to miss this brainstorm because we really have to do that because it's really important because it's the beginning of the month and it's also the beginning of the quarter. We're starting the new quarter. We just had the meeting for the quarterly, so now we need to make sure that we know what we're doing per month to reach our goals.
How long is
Measure
this
key
meeting?
results. We have what?
How long is this meeting supposed to be?
It's only supposed to be an hour. This is a monthly meeting.
Oh,
No.
it's supposed to be 2.
Not
Hour
2
and a half?
hours.
An hour and a half.
I think it's an hour and a half.
Okay. It's still, we haven't even
What does
started
the
the
system have to
brainstorming part, and
You're
that
right,
is
we
the
haven't.
main thing we really have to go over because we have to break down the quarterly into monthly actions. So it's a pretty big beginning of the month one. So it's really, really high priority, really. So yeah, so thank you. We got 365 of the Instagram followers, the number of members in the Direction from God subscription program. Does somebody know that one?
Somebody know what?
The number of Direction from God.
The Direction from God subscription program.
Eight, maybe?
Okay. And then number 4, weekly scheduled content.
You got the guy from India and Justin?
No.
Okay.
I'm on the thing trying to figure out whose is and who isn't.
Oh, Stripe. Stripe tells us. I realized that was part of the challenge. But Mom was going to show you how to use that. We could probably skip the measurable key results because we don't... One thing that we need to improve is we need to identify what are the MKRs for the month. Specifically that we want to check in every month. And we can skip it now because for time's sake, that these are the same as a weekly. And they shouldn't be the same as a weekly.
Okay.
Who should do that though?
Step 4. Then let's go to step 4. Brainstorm
Enoch and
3 to
Diana.
5 possible actions for the next month. I'm sorry, what?
Okay, she was asking who should choose the measurable key results for the month, and I said you and I. Another thing that we should do is you could put Enoch to create a borrowed system for the KPIs. Use the KPI worksheet from Sebastian. I'll know the KPI worksheet and create a borrowed system from it for measurable key results.
From the KPIs.
Worksheet, KPI worksheet.
Those two go together?
A KPI and an MKR are the same thing.
Okay, so I just need to tab that one.
Yeah, I guess you could do that. Go for it.
There you go. Alright, so Diana.
Okay. We're going to go on to step 4, brainstorm 3 to 5 possible actions for the next month to help advance projects for the current quarter. Very important. We want to narrow down and prioritize for current monthly commitments, assign a single owner to each action, visit the ministry battle board. And number 1 is who, all these ones, I think we have 5 of them. I think we usually try to do 4. Okay, 4 of them. Okay, who will the objective is measured by this key result. Okay, so number 1, let's go back. I'm going to pull up the quarterly real quick. It's right here. And the monthly actions on that we want to accomplish. Let me drop down here. Hold on. There we go.
So this is just brainstorming.
So we want to, so we want the direction from God event. So we have the first month, second month, third month, and are we breaking those down into what needs to be done? I mean, not done, but what we want to be accomplished.
Yeah, basically outcomes. We're looking for
So we have
outcome. Like when we look at the Direction from God event, what outcome do we want to be finished by the end of this month? Month of September, October. The month of, by the end of October, what outcome do we want to have for the event?
Have it all planned out.
Okay. So 1 would be the event, the direction from God event.
No, I was
number
asking.
1.
No, within the event. The event is the quarter, but what part of the event do we want to be finished by the end of the month?
I know that. Doesn't it have to be written on there anywhere? So we know what we're talking about?
It is on there.
On 1 or not? Okay, I guess it's not saved on mine. Okay.
Are you on step 4?
Okay. I am on step 4. Hey! Don't be hitting the glass! Morgan, is he okay? Hold on, I have a baby. I have to make sure he's okay.
No worries.
Sorry. Can somebody move on to this next one? I have to go check on the baby.
No, that's okay.
He
Yeah.
sounds like he's hurt.
Mom, is this something you want to?
Yeah.
Okay. Any like brainstorm?
You're wanting to do things that are different than our monthly goals, though.
No, we are brainstorming possible monthly actions, monthly goals.
Let's see.
Maybe we should do a 4A and a 4B.
Maybe 4A, 4B.
Because there's kind of 2 phases here.
Did we want to do the
Instead of simple stuff.
analytics then? On here?
Analytics. We can brainstorm. We could write it down as a brainstorm idea.
Okay. Where did you just put that?
She has it under 2B.
2B or not 2B?
To be or not to be. But I'm working on a different system right now.
What about, we need to work on the book and the event and the,
Income producing activities. We should have
Yes.
an income producing activity thing.
yes. And we need to work on, how come I have a difficult time thinking what they're called, the boot camp thing?
You're right.
Yeah, we need to develop our team.
Yes, develop teams. Does anybody else have anything? Aren't we just supposed to pick 5 at the most?
Well, we could brainstorm more than 5, but like that's why 4A is like brainstorming, list of possible, and then 4B is narrowing down and prioritizing 3 to 5 for the month.
Okay. And then, well, the event isn't in there. Oh, yeah, it is. That's number 1. Okay.
What we need to keep in mind is our quarterly projects.
Thank you.
We really need to keep those in mind because if we don't work towards them, we're not going to.
We're not going to complete them.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we still need to continue on the funnels.
So, Carmen will successfully develop a Netflix for evangelism funnel as measured by 20 orders. How can we move that forward? Develop your funnel team.
He's doing that. Do you want some of this, Sid?
Probably, yeah.
No.
I do. Thanks, Mom.
You have it.
Thank you. Did you spit in it?
Maybe. Backwash.
Alright, thanks. I just know my mama.
No, it's still funny.
I got it from my mama. Wow, those are really good. So income producing activities. So when you say the book, is that the Live Your Calling book or the DFG book?
No, the DFG.
Well, do we need to focus on the Live Your Calling book at all?
Well, I thought we already have that.
We need a sales funnel for it. And that's an income producing
Well,
activity.
we need a sales funnel for everything.
Well, we won't be able to sell it if we don't, or market it if we don't.
We'll always be doing sales funnels.
No,
Yeah.
we have to have a monthly objective of what we're doing to make that happen.
Well, then we need a sales funnel for that and for the book that I'm doing too.
Mhm.
And for the
We have a sales funnel for the book you're doing.
and for the Netflix thing. And how many sales funnels do you think we're gonna do this month?
This month?
Mm-hmm. Just this month.
I'm thinking of 2
Two.
for the account book and for the funnel. I mean the school thing.
What about the Netflix?
That's the online school.
Oh, okay.
Online
And
school.
then, do we need one for any other classes that we've created?
This is exciting.
Like, have you guys did one for the emotions? You know,
Emotions?
yeah.
Did
'Cause
what?
that is-
Funnel?
Yeah, do like a little class and then do a funnel on that.
Oh,
That's so powerful.
it is powerful.
I mean, even if you just use like your sermon and your teaching of it, put it together like a mini course, even. It's so powerful.
Yeah, that would be nice to sell mini courses, like one sermons. Just sell them for something,
Yeah.
like $20 or something.
And we could do like a funnel for that.
So I wanted to know, should we do a funnel for the Team Leader Bootcamp and market that?
Yeah, that's powerful. Why? Why do you look like that?
I'm just thinking, that sounds like a big project. There's a lot that goes into creating a course, a marketable course.
What do you want to do? Do you want to do your kitchen?
Yeah.
Have that all set up?
Yes.
How many transcriptions do you want to have done by the end of the month? Or what would you like done with the transcriptions? Or what outcome are you looking for?
I'm working on the third one right now.
What about by the end of the month?
Maybe 4.
Wow, that's neat. This is wonderful.
Come back.
Should we have something like goal setting is the theme of our month, the theme of our live cast, the theme of a lot of the stuff. So, in order to help our students and volunteers and us to implement what we learned in the livecast, it may be good to identify or to do something to do with goals, like our list of 300. Is there something we should do with systems? Or is that with the team leader boot camp? Not sure.
What about what if we did goal setting? Did like a little or no, I'm thinking of the prayer book. The 300 prayers.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of that. Never mind.
But that's on there, that's number 7.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to like create a watchword and name that something like 300. It reminds me of Gideon. But power prayers, 300 power prayers, I don't know. Some alliteration. Oh well. We can figure that out later.
With your alliterations.
Power of 300.
But let's not brainstorm the name, sorry for distracting everyone.
See how you are?
Yeah, I know.
I'm just kidding.
It's okay. Don't stone me. So,
Okay. So, should we go further then?
alright, yeah. So out of these, which of them are our quarterly, are in harmony with our quarterly? Where are our quarterly? Oh, they're up here?
They're up top.
So we got
The DFG event,
DFG events,
the marketing,
marketing,
the value ladder, Netflix evangelism, and creating the by the team the team leader boot camp system for starting and leading teams is measured by forming 4 teams.
We should link the, I'm going to write this down. We should link the operation pages to our quarterly projects and monthly actions. Have any of you guys found it a little confusing that we have a project board and we talk about quarterly projects?
No.
No.
So when we're talking about projects, we're not actually talking about the quarterly projects, like the way it was designed. A lot of times we're talking about weekly tasks or smaller things, calling them projects.
That has you confused me.
Is it because, like, in your minds, you're not thinking of, like, the distinction between an action, a project, and a task?
Probably.
Right.
Do you think that we would be able to succeed further if we were able in our minds to make a distinction between a quarterly outcome, a monthly outcome, and a weekly outcome?
Wait, what's the problem here?
Problem?
Yeah.
I'm not really seeing a problem. I was asking a question. I don't really see a problem.
That's good. I don't see one either.
My question was, do you see? Oh, I think my question was, do you see a problem with, or do you see a benefit to make a distinction in the mind between what is a quarterly outcome, what is an outcome you can accomplish in a month, and what's an outcome you could do in a week? Would it help train our mind to make the distinction between the time frame and the outcome that we want it in?
Wait, what does this have to do with the project board?
Because we call a quarterly outcome
Yes,
a project.
I understand that.
It has nothing to do with the project board, but they're both named project, which is the confusion.
Oh. It doesn't cause confusion for me.
And my next question was, is that because you have not in your mind distinguished between a project, an action, and a task as you're working on things? Like, do you think of an action as you go throughout the week? Like, do you work on tasks in light of the actions that you're trying to accomplish? And do you work towards actions in light of the project, the quarterly projects that you're trying to accomplish?
No, that's a good question. I have before.
That's good. Maybe fledglingly,
What do you mean?
or like off and on, maybe inconsistently.
Yeah, it's inconsistent.
I know I'm inconsistent.
I know lately I've been like, we have our objectives, our big high level stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but then it seems like I'm getting hit with all sorts of other different things that come up,
Mm-hmm.
and things that seem to take priority.
So I got the problem. Here's the problem. You're like, what's the problem? The problem is we are not reaching our quarterly projects,
Right.
and we're not reaching our monthly actions
Yeah.
to the degree that we could. So I'm just thinking, if everything that we did, even like the new things that are coming up, if you were able to take that and in your mind connect a task with a action and a quarterly outcome, would it help you to do that well, or help you to be more like not just you but all of us? Would we be more fulfilled if we could attach some task that we're working towards to an action or a project, so we actually feel like we're moving in that direction? Because Diana keeps feeling like every time we talk to her about developing overseeing the systems training for managers, the team leader boot camp, she's like, I haven't done anything. But she's like knocking stuff out of the park and getting things accomplished and getting them done and helping tremendously, but she doesn't see how what she's doing is connected to the higher level outcomes that we have. So I'm just, so the problem is we forget, like me, I forget what our monthly action is. I forget what our quarterly action is, and like my brain doesn't have the wording, like the neural net, the pathway is not like connecting the wording with that objective and how I operate. And I'm just saying, so it's probably not a problem because our brains aren't making the connection, but it's confusing my mind because I'm trying to train that way I could see where we're going, and you might course correct, but the destination stays the same as far as the quarter and the annual. I'm like often thinking of the annual. But so my question is, are you guys understanding what I'm saying?
Yeah. So we were doing that earlier this year, where we were like, everything we were doing is, well, at least for me, was focused on the quarterly and the monthly stuff, and it felt really fulfilling.
Good. That's what I'm saying too. The problem is people don't feel as fulfilled as they could. And I think a possible solution could be if we were more intentional during the day and the hours of thinking in terms of weekly tasks, monthly actions, and quarterly outcomes. But what I'm saying is the word project is confusing my mind.
So we can you're proposing we call them operations, huh?
Yes!
Yeah.
And it's more with brand metaphor. Because we changed the initiative to project, and project is already taken, so that's what I'm suggesting. Tina, did that make sense to you? Good morning.
I heard what you were talking about.
I hope you feel nice and rested.
So what you were saying was like, instead of calling them quarterly projects, call them quarterly operations.
Yes, but why? You have a goal to be more intentional with your life.
Yeah.
The only way you can be more intentional is if you are thinking, what do I want? What are the outcome I want by the end of the year? What is the outcome I want by the end of the quarter? And the work that you're doing on a day-to-day basis has to be in your mind, being able to stair step and through the cascading like outcomes that you want, to be intentional with your life, so you're actually feeling more fulfilled in the direction that you're going. And
that's why you call them.
and if we call them all goals, then we're not thinking in terms of a quarterly time frame or a monthly time frame. So we have, and the problem that we face, what's the problem? The problem is we have unrealistic expectations, or we have been setting time frames and outcomes, but we haven't been meeting them.
Yeah.
And I'm submitting part of the reason why is because we're not doing what we learned was the goal setting in the now, based on like taking the day-to-day, hour by hour, and connecting it with the larger outcome that we want to see in a month or a quarter.
It's like what we're doing every month when we get down to the bottom and we only choose the 5 that, even though there's a lot more, we just choose the 5 that we can work on that month. It's like that.
Yeah, and I'm submitting that I'm submitting to us that I believe a possible solution, and this is what I'm talking about now, because I think if we can get this mastered, then all of our tomorrows could be better. This might be the key that we are missing to really accomplishing these things, because everything I've been studying about goal setting, they're all indicating this, and I've never heard anyone make a distinction between the outcome and the time frames until James Prefield. And there's a reason. Like, this guy owns companies, like 3 companies are 7 figures a year, and they're having meetings and they're getting stuff done and they're getting outcomes and they're just pushing forward. And he's got a system that works. There's a reason why he makes a distinction of the watchword. And what I've learned about like information products and frameworks is when you attach a watchword to a concept, it's easier to permeate and to penetrate a community with that type of thinking. And that type of thinking is what's going to get us the results, the outcomes that we're looking for.
And Enoch, I think truly too is once people are using the new system that you're talking about, the way you've set the video up for people to watch, about how to do projects. I think when we do these quarterlies and monthly meetings and stuff, that stuff is being posted. I know I've been working on mine, which I really enjoy doing it when post the weekly things. But when we have this quarterly meeting, it's important to break it down into 3 sections, what we want done per month, and on that first month, take the measurable actions it's going to take to accomplish that goal. That is where we actually do the brainstorming. And then the weekly one is how close are we to meeting that monthly target, and what still needs to be done each week in order to, it breaks it down, like what are the things that we can take care of that week to reach that goal for that month. And to be able to break those down is how you accomplish reaching those goals. And that's also training everybody how to accomplish spiritual life, but not having, in the past, not being able to navigate, or people knowing how to use their project board and stuff, then it would just be whatever people can remember off the top of their head.
Yeah.
Or a checklist that was sent to them. But I do believe, as you said, you've set the system up now that people can understand how to monitor stuff. That helps people be able to, and Cameron's been kind of doing it in his own book. He's been kind of setting his own, actionable steps, how he's going to accomplish that, when he can work on certain things or to reach that goal. So that being said, that same system he's using for his book is the same system we'll have to use for the project, or the same thing he's doing, on his own. So maybe he should make a system on how he's doing that, so he can apply that to the project board, how he would do it on a project board, so people can learn how he's managing a project. So that might be a system that he can set up that would be a blessing to everybody, because then they would learn how to meet their not deadlines, but to keep the end in mind.
The system that he's doing, he was basically using Notion and his account book, and the system that he did is what I covered in the video, the Operation Pages video. So it is documented. There's a
okay, well then.
The only thing missing is we need to get the account book into the hands of our team members.
Yes.
Yes. and encourage them. And that's going to be the rhythm that you're training people to do, either before bed or in the morning.
Yeah.
And I know in the schoolhouse you guys have that rhythm, but it needs to, like you said, we need to have the rhythm kind of encouraged to all of the members of the Army of Youth to do the same thing, the same way for all of us, so it'll train us all.
We could even do it on Discord.
To choose a Monday, evening. On what?
We could do it on Discord for anyone who wants to have the same rhythm as us. Not required, but it just that community felt like it's like a workathon concept, but we do it Sunday at 6. We could get on Discord and people can participate if they want, like within the Army of Youth.
You mean like the...
That would be smart.
That'd be kind of cool. For the daily account book.
review?
Yeah, for the weekly review and the monthly review.
Hey, Enoch,
Yeah.
I hate to say this, but I have a situation going on here at the house. It's pretty serious. It needs me addressing.
I understand.
Can I have somebody fill in for me?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm so sorry, but this is pretty serious right now. We have a
that's the
sick
beauty of
baby and it's
family.
just not doing good.
We family helps to
Okay,
pick up
keep
the
it in
slack when it's in time of need.
Thank you.
Thank you for your help, sister. God bless.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And please keep little Sully in prayer. He's having a really hard time right
Okay, we'll be praying.
now. Thank you. Bye-bye.
For those of you who just got that, I think this is a major turning point.
Okay.
So if we chose out of this, so when we're looking at these quarterly, basically what we need to do is we need to have one for the events, we need to have one for the online school, and we need one for what was that? Marketing.
Teams.
Oh yeah, and one for
Small group.
small groups. You said one for teams? Oh yeah, one for teams. Okay, so those are, if we choose a monthly action for under those categories, we will accomplish our such and stuff. Right?
Yeah.
So does anyone have a suggestion how we can narrow down and prioritize 3 to 5 for this current commitment? Should we continue with the quote card team as being one of the objectives? Part of the reason why we did that is because we didn't want to scatter everybody, but we kind of did it in a way now where we've got workathons where people get together and do that to help, and it seems like we got our focus forward.
I think we should work on the teams.
But what is so what we want to do? We got for teams for sure. We want to do something with teams. Who will do what, as measured by this key result?
We finished the team leader boot camp.
Finish. Okay, what would that look like? So finish the team leader boot camp with the focus for teams,
Yeah.
and finishing is doing all the assignments.
It could be.
Is that something that could be done within a month time frame?
How many videos are there total?
I have to look on the content course. But that's a good question. Some have more than others.
Wow, we got 26 here pages.
So it's about 26 videos. About. So if they did a video a day and an assignment a day,
That's a little intense.
so then that's not really a quarterly. No, they're 2 different videos.
I mean a monthly.
Oh yeah, that's not really a monthly action, time frame, but it might be a quarterly type thing. So how would we break it down to the court. Maybe go through half of it, just step 5, step 4.
Yeah, I think that would be more reasonable.
Step 4 by the end of the month.
How many steps are there?
There's 7 steps, and I didn't record anything for step 2.
It's measured by.
Even if they just went through step 1, it could psychologically make them unemployable.
Yeah.
Unemployable.
Yeah.
You can't work.
Yep. You can't work. You can't be employed. You're always going to be leading, no matter what you're doing. You're going to be leading people. You're going to be leading with people. You won't have an employee mindset. You'll have an owner mindset.
Yes. No longer a hireling.
Not a hireling. You'll destroy the hireling mindset, fallacy, myth, because that's the problem. The people that are not leading teams, they have the hireling mindset. They're the follower, not leader. And just the step 1 will make them psychologically unemployable. That's deep. Am I my brother's keeper? Alright, so to step 4, what is step 4? Which one's the imagination?
That's step 4.
Okay, good, because that's important. Once they get to imagination, it's going to be hard to put that down.
So they want. Okay, so we don't want them to get to step 4, but complete step 4.
Yeah, complete step 4 on all the assignments. Step 4 is the dream. So by the end of the month, we want to complete the assignments, all the assignments for the lessons by step 4 in the focus 4.
The assignments.
We don't have the assignments, which is one of the things that we'll have to do by the end, like, I guess, like, as early in the month as we can. But that would be something we'll brainstorm and break down. This is good. Thank you, Kamran.
So who would be responsible for that?
I could be responsible to work with the team leaders to do that.
So Nick will develop teams as measured by completing all the assignments for step 4 by the end of the month.
Nick will work with the team leaders
Work with the team leaders.
to develop
Teams.
the focus 4 teams. What was that? Funnel, quote card,
Curriculum.
kitchen, curriculum, as measured by each team completing all the assignments for steps 1 through 4. All the assignments together for steps 1 through 4 by the end of the month. When is the next monthly meeting? That's October 28th. Last Wednesday of the month. By October 28th. October 28th. Cool. That's what I will commit to do. That sounds reasonable, eh?
ENOCH.
I updated it, but when you're there, then you deleted it and undid my updates. It's okay. Just when there's a bunch of people clicking on it, then you can't see it. And then Theodora, you have to click off of the block, otherwise we can't. I can't update this.
Okay, what?
You have to click out of the block that you're in. You have to move your mouse and click the title or something. Thank you. And then we're good. Yours is updated. So, number 2.
How about the sales funnels?
Yeah, so the sales funnels. What you gonna do with the sales funnels, my brother?
Actually, there's 3 of them.
Yeah, we can narrow it down.
Let's see.
The one thing we can do, such a by doing, would make everything else easier and necessary in the funnels.
Whoa.
He's building a team. That certainly helps.
Does anyone have any suggestions?
I think by building the team, that's helping to build the funnels. And plus, we're doing it twice a week.
Yeah, we're having workathons.
Yeah, that's good.
I think you get clear on our shit outcomes for those.
That's so good. Praise the Lord. You've been doing good with the outcomes, but more clarity is always good. I actually got that idea from you because you're like, the outcome I want to see at the end of this workathon is. I heard that phrase. I was like, that's genius. Every workathon should have a clear outcome.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Wow.
What were you saying, Mom?
Well, I was just gonna say, even if we just like put together a funnel, even if it's not workable or doable or anything, just put it together so we can look at it. And then the next time that we get together, we can work on it to make it better.
It's true. They make progress.
Yeah, working on the funnels. And I think we'll pump out a lot of them if we do it that way.
Yeah, I really see that this, if we use this entrepreneurial evangelism school as a marketing catalog, we can have basically links to all this stuff, like using the tags. If we really do that, that's probably one of the greatest assets of this, like what this Netflix thing has turned into or became or something. Like when they, what?
We don't have to wait for everything to be finished.
No, we
like
don't.
all the courses and stuff to be added, we just put it under construction, and we could like market and have funnels and sales pages for the ones we already have up there.
That's brilliant. Absolutely. That makes a lot of sense. And for the ones we, yeah, sales pages and stuff like that. Exactly. We can have tags. Maybe we can have a team meeting, a funnel team meeting where we discuss like what are some of these outcomes, like the minimum viable funnel. Minimum viable funnel, minimum viable course, minimum viable. Hey, that's like the ugly funnel in the 1.0. That's interesting. God loves this.
So what are we gonna do in regards to marketing? One of them, we gotta do something on marketing.
So you're trying to sell 60 courses, Mom?
Yes.
So I guess maybe the reason why we failed, or part of the reason why we failed before, was because we had a result goal and not a process goal.
Yeah, that's definitely the reason.
It's a contributing factor. You know the difference?
What?
The result goal is sell 20 courses by the end of the month. But the process goal would be like,
How?
it would be like, invite 30 people a week or whatever, like teach our 5 team leaders how to invite people to the small groups, or like have inviting classes or whatever to the small groups. And so that's the process by which the courses will be sold. Does that make sense? Yeah.
It's getting really hot in here.
It is. We should open up some windows.
Oh, we can open this.
Thank you.
Do we want to open the windows? Is that what
For
we
sure.
wanna do?
Yeah, get some air.
Okay.
Ew. I don't even know when you-
Does that make sense, the difference, Mom? That might have been a contributing factor. Process versus results goal. What do you think?
Yeah. I think that's a good idea.
It would be so fun to create a course, like the Team Leader Bootcamp course, on goal setting after the Team Leader Bootcamp, because it seems like that would be another fundamental skill that everybody could succeed at if they learned how to have a definite aim, because you can't have a definite aim without goals. Biblical goal setting. Anyways, that's off topic, but so marketing. That's income producing. Did you think of anything, Mom? Or could you think of anything, Tina? Yes.
Well, I know you don't think so, but SEO, I think, would help it a lot.
I'm not saying that SEO won't help. Yeah, I'm not saying SEO won't help.
I think that would help a lot.
You're saying you want to focus on that for a month?
Well, that and
That's the one outcome that you want to do for this month?
maybe that and ads. Why can't we do both?
Adds to the small groups?
No, we're talking about getting people to
Purchase the
desire
course.
The course. Yeah.
So what's the purpose of the small groups? It's an
Well-
invisible funnel to sell the course.
I know we sell the course in there, but we could sell the course through ads.
If
For
we
the course.
if we divide ourselves into a lot of different directions for like there's a lot
It's
of
only
possibilities. No, it's not only 2 because we have email marketing, we got messenger marketing, we've got the small groups that's an invisible funnel, and you're talking about adding
Those are
ads.
set up already.
They're not set up. They're not set up. They're fledging. They need attention, they need time, they need dedication and focus and like commitment, like diligence. So if we they're started, but they need to be like momentum requires a lot more effort in the beginning. Like this is how growth happens. So we're like right here with the small groups. And so if we get to right where it gets more difficult, this is the time where we got to push to sell the course, or we go start another curve like Facebook ads, where we start another one like SEO, and we don't have the time, the talent, the people. This is a learning
Why don't you
curve.
talk to Matthew about it?
Talk to Matthew.
Or Matt? No,
Oh,
not Matt.
Chris.
Chris Matt.
Oh, working with him? That's a really good possibility. So do you want to just say like sell 20 courses by the end of the month?
Well, that
The same
didn't work
thing.
last time.
It didn't.
Let's see what Matt's.
Well, but we don't have a conversation with Matt. We need something right now. So that's not a monthly action.
In other words, we need to make a decision now and
Yep.
then we can perfect it later.
Exactly. It's easier to make course corrections to a vehicle that's moving than one that's standing still. So we have to make a decision for a monthly action today, and then we'll talk to Matt and we'll see what goes on.
Who's doing the things that you're talking about?
What things?
The email marketing and the other 2 things that.
Nikki and Kamran are doing email marketing. Jason is doing messenger marketing, and me and the team leaders
Everybody's
for
doing
the
that.
squads. So those are some of the things that we've got so far. And so there's a lot of different marketing, and
So,
they all look like this.
There
Every
was a
new
couple of
method.
things that we wanted to do, was to split the squads up.
Yeah.
So why don't we make one of those to split the squads up?
Okay. So if we want to split 20 times, or no, if we want to have 20 groups by the end of a quarter, how many? And we have 5 now. How many times do we have to split within the next 4 weeks by the end of October? What is that? October 28th? By October 28th.
Why is that the end of the quarter, October?
It's not. We're doing. This is a monthly meeting, monthly action. The end of October. This is the end of a month. Monthly outcomes. Does that make sense?
So then we need to split it 5 times this month.
Oh, because 15. We need 15 more groups. I don't. Well, it's exponential. So the more groups that we have, the easier it'll be to split.
I know.
So you don't break it into thirds.
So the first month is gonna have to be the 5, I think.
We
The
have,
first month.
but if we did it 5, that's a third. That's a third of 15 that we need.
Do you think we could split it in 5?
5 times? It's if we each split once within. Can each of our groups split within the next 4 weeks? I think it's totally possible for one group to split in a week. In a month. I think that's way more than enough time. But it depends on the time and
Well,
attention and focus
no,
that
I
each
know.
team leader.
Work
Because-
for the people.
Because your squad will grow. Your squad will not precede your personal development. Your growth as a leader. You will be the lid to the limitation of your squad's growth. What do you think about Tina? Does splitting one time sound intimidating? You're at 8, so it is getting 2 people in 4 weeks sound intimidating to you? Cameron had 6, so if Cameron can get 4 people, if Cameron can help 4 people in 4 weeks, then his group could split. And if Mom can help, I don't know how many people she has. And if Leah can help, I guess 7 people in 4 weeks, her and Zelda and whoever. We could try it out. We could try it. So that's literally just splitting once. The goal for this week, for this month, is to split one. Well, actually, let's see with you guys. Do you think it's reasonable to split one time in 4 weeks for your group? If you think about how many people would it take for you to get to 10? Where are you at now? Average 6 people.
I think that's doable.
I just think we need to think of the leaders.
Think of the leaders?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
The leaders will be ready to split.
In 4 weeks? How long does it take to train a leader?
I know, but you only do one small group per week.
I know, that's 4 meetings. How many meetings does it take to train a leader to split?
Depends on the person.
How many, no it doesn't. How many meetings did it take her? How many meetings did it take Cameron? How many meetings did it take you? The speed of the leader is the speed of the pack. It doesn't depend on the assistant. It depends on the leader. What culture are we creating in our squad? Is it a culture of speed? Is it a culture of momentum? Is it a culture of division, like dividing and duplicating? Is it a culture of empowerment? Because the culture that we set on our team, our squad, will determine our assistant. Will just reflect a large degree us. Yeah, that's true. So then maybe everybody splitting once by the end of of the month. Sounds like that. Maybe too overwhelming in light of what we have going.
Once in a month?
light of, yeah, once in 4 to 5 weeks, 4 to 5 meetings, 4 to 5 squad.
I think it's doable if we teach our people how to do it.
Life is so fun. Life is amazing. Life is so great. The challenges, the growth, the opportunities, the impact.
It's 12:09 right now.
Yeah. Okay. So.
We're going real slow.
Yeah. I was asking some. Yeah, that's good. What do you think, Kamran? I haven't heard from you. I was asking the 3 team leaders here, and I've heard from 2 of them, and not you. Do you think it's reasonable for you to divide your group within 4 meetings?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right then. Is that Enoch will train the team leaders to
Small group team leaders?
the squad leaders how to divide. I don't even know how to word that. Basically, divide once.
This month.
Yeah, by October 28th. This is good. We're setting goals for people. This is a dream come true. I know people need goals. Our squads crave for a tangible goal that we could all work towards, and we could get excited and back behind and just be like, hey, we got 4 weeks to split. Let's do it. People love challenges. They love being challenged and they love growing together. This is what people they crave in life. So this is good. Carmen, you typed it?
What?
I don't know.
No,
What did you type?
I've been thinking this whole time about what exactly my our measurable key result should be.
What if the measurable key results is having the tags in order? The tag, because
How do you measure that?
just with all of the courses, the tags are either going to the
I thought about that, but I just didn't know how to measure it.
yeah, just having all, like, we can count like all the courses in the members area have a tag that restricts or sends to either a sales page or access to their course, depending on their account. Or it can measure by every account that's on that online school, which is less than 20 probably, has the proper tags necessary. So we can measure it by the number of students that currently have access to it. It's an idea.
Okay, so we need one more.
And making sure that the lessons go to either a sales page or their area. Or restricted for coming soon or something. Does that make sense? Or reasonable? And all the ones that we don't have anything for, we can send them to the sales page we created that casts a vision of all the future courses that are coming. That'd be pretty cool. Anything we don't have a sales page for.
Which means we're going to need a sales page for each of those.
We don't have to measure by that. The sales page could be the one you already created. And whatever sales pages we already have, you're right, in the long term, in the future and stuff, we will, which is part of the plan anyways, but by the end of the month, we could literally just use that one sales page for the online school evangelism for any course we don't have a sales page for. But like Direction from God course, the Take Note Masterclass, all that could go to the Direction from God webinar. That's a sales page that they could go to. And anything that, like, Overcome Satanic Shyness, Reclaim Your Devotions, all that can go to the Direction from God program, the sales letter, the written sales letter. That could be their upsell. That makes sense, eh? Personally, I believe that's like as far as outcome goes, that is how we would define success as far as the purpose of the online school evangelism right now. Is we'll be able to do move some more things, but one of the core functions of it is, and the reason why we created it, is to have one central place where people can access all the courses and they can see what other things we have to offer, like upsells. And the tags is really the thing that allows them to restrict access or have upsells.
We need one more.
We need one more? Why? Because of the what if
We only have 3?
Is there a way that we can interject the selling 20 courses through the division of this the squads?
Train them how to like sell courses.
As measured by, help them to we'll train squad leaders. Here, I'll update it. We'll train squad leaders how to divide once as measured by 20 DFG course sales.
I don't know about that one.
Why not? Because it's the process. The process goal is dividing the courses. Dividing the small groups, and the results, the outcome, is the sales of courses.
I think we need more. We need to be more intentional with our leadership tables to actually be developing small groups.
It's the leadership table is not for developing small groups.
Oh.
That's not what it's for.
Well, okay, I think we need to be more intentional with developing small groups.
I think we do too. That's what the squad leader boot camp's for. It's a course in the Netflix training. Why do you look so confused?
So I'm confused.
What's your question?
Like, what do you mean? But you're not putting stuff on there.
You're saying being more intentional, so we can put more stuff on there. Isn't that how we are more intentional?
Yeah.
Because we have recordings on the AOYO and the Army of Youth, and all the stuff where we talked about communication, that helped a lot with small group leaders. All the stuff that we talk about Eric Worre and those things, that helps with the small
You should do
squad leaders.
like casting the vision for the small groups during the small groups. You should do that.
Yeah, I could do that. And then we could put it on the squad leader boot camp.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
I could do daylight videos training people how to skills that would help with the squad leaders, and we could put it on there. So that's good. There's some ideas that we could be more intentional about the training, which is what this objective is. So then we don't need to have 4, we can have 3. Mom, does that sound reasonable?
Yes.
It does? Do you should we put your name on that one?
Class come up with the plan?
Well, you're marketing the courses.
Can we put our name on there? I just put letting know.
So Enoch will work with Mom.
Yes.
Okay.
That sounds good.
Let's say Enoch will work with Deborah to train.
Enoch and then.
Oh yeah, you could say Enoch and Deborah. Yeah, that works. Well, no. There has to be one person who's responsible. Enoch will work with Deborah.
Team Leffingwell.
Yeah, Team Leffingwell. Enoch will work with Deborah to train. And then delete Will. This is great. Yeah, that sounds perfect. And then we don't need a fourth one. We could just have three objectives. Since we can't accomplish 5, let's try to accomplish 3 and see how far we get to do less
Sounds
better. That sounds reasonable,
I think
right?
so.
Yeah.
I think that's really good.
You think it's really good? Oh, praise God. Okay, cool.
It's not as overwhelming.
Not as overwhelming. That's good. All right, now let's break down these into 3 to 5 weekly tasks. No, I'm just kidding. But we can skip step 5. We did this last month too. So we got to figure out, you and me, we need to sit down and make sure that these things go out and with the operation pages to see what we can do better for this after, what is that, step 6? No, step 7. You and me, what you do after all the meetings. We want to try and improve that. Are there any questions, comments, or concerns? Who would like to close us with a word of prayer? You would? Okay, thanks, Tina.
Father in heaven, we give you thanks and honor for the privilege that we have of working for you. We all want to dedicate our lives into your hands that you might use us for your service. And Father, help us to know how and what to prioritize on, and that we might get our monthly, the things for our month completed on time. And Father, that you might be with the small groups, that they might blossom and grow, Father, and people might come to a greater understanding of studying your word. Bless us in a special way. We ask that you be with us as we go throughout the rest of our day. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Praise the Lord.